चल. Namaskar. Today we are going to learn about leaders and leadership. Every human society looks for some leaders and their leadership to take the society ahead. In any organization also, leaders are there to take the organizations ahead, make people work, get work done from people, and in today's times, work along with people to accomplish the objectives of the organization. Leaders and leadership thus becomes the soul of any organization. In fact, the effectiveness of any organization will entirely depend on how far the leaders of that particular organization are providing effective leadership to the organization. Even if you look at the society at large or a nation, the society will go ahead or the nation will progress only when the leaders of the nation can provide better leadership to the people of the country. And so, leadership and leaders, these are the topics of very close to everyone's heart. Normally when we utter these two words, leaders and leadership, we understand the meaning of these two words. But when it comes to precisely defining who is a leader, perhaps we try to describe the attributes of the leader rather than answering this question, who is a leader? And what is leadership? So, in this particular session, we are attempting to define leaders and leadership, and also we are trying to assess how the leaders can emerge and provide a better leadership to their people, to their organization. What is leadership? Leadership is an art. It is an art of accomplishing more than the science of management says is possible. At times, it becomes very strange that a particular organization is completely in doldrums and still the organization comes up and it becomes a star company again. According to management theory, maybe the company can never come up. But the leadership that is being provided to the company may take the company to the greater heights again. And so, leadership is an art of accomplishing those tasks which at times management theory or people feel that cannot be accomplished. Most of the leaders learn from their skills and they are not born with them. There is always a dilemma whether leaders are born or made. But popularly accepted theory is leaders can be made. They can learn the leadership skills and therefore people can choose to become leaders. And people can learn leadership skills. In today's world, we require leaders at every level. In an organization, a supervisor is a leader, maybe of 25 workers, but he is a leader there. If you go still higher, maybe the inspector is a leader. He may have under him or with him, say about 40-45 workers. Production manager is a leader. marketing manager is a leader, finance manager is a leader, and managing director is also a leader. And so you will find that in today's organizations, leaders are required at different levels. And when we require leaders in such a great number, we cannot rely only on those leaders who have inborn qualities, or we cannot say that leaders can be born and cannot be made. Management science believes that leaders can be made by giving proper training to the individuals and making them aware about and in helping them to acquire all those leadership skills. And so a person can choose to become a leader. A student who is doing his MBA may say that I want to become a team leader, I want to become a leader in an organization. And a student can acquire the necessary skills and attributes of a leader and can become a leader. So it is possible that people can learn, individuals can learn leadership skills. The leadership, therefore, is creation of a vision about a desired future state which seeks to enmesh all the members of an organization in its need. A leader is a person, or a leader gives a broader vision to the organization so that he can bring or she can bring majority of the people from the organization in the net be a part of that vision. And so a broader vision can be shared by a leader. Take the example of Ratan Tata. He shared a vision that we must have, or we must design a car for a common man. And this vision was shared by the leader to all the members of Tata Group, and that was accomplished. So a leader is a person who creates a vision, vision about the desired future of a particular organization or of a particular state, and wherein he takes all the members of the organization together to accomplish that particular or to achieve that particular vision. Leaders are those people who exercise influence over others. Of course, these people, the ability to influence others, the leader must see to it that he has the permission of doing so who are being influenced. Take the example of Mahatma Gandhi. Perhaps the best leader of this century. He could influence masses. But if you have heard him, if you have seen his letters, he takes the permission of those who are being influenced, and that creates the confidence, and that gives him the status of the greatest leader of the century. Are leaders special people? We have taken the example of Mahatma Gandhi. So, are leaders special people? The great man theory of the history states that the fate of societies, organizations is in the hands of key powerful individuals. These people, by force of personality, reach position of influence from which they can direct and dominate the lives of others. The great man theory states that leaders are special people who have forceful personality, and because of that forceful personality, they become the key and powerful persons in an organization or in the country. And then they can directly dominate the lives of others. Look at any leader, a corporate leader, or a political leader, or a social leader, and you will find that these people are the key people, powerful people, who can change the fate of the organization of the people whom they lead. And so the great man theory states that leaders are special people. In 1963, Stewart came out with the attributes of leaders. And he says that there are 15 attributes of a leader. And these attributes are judgment. The leaders have judgment about the situation. And so with their judgment, with their ability to make the right judgment, they can make the best decisions. Foresight. Leaders can see what will happen 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, 50 years down the line. They have a very large foresight. What a common man cannot see. Take the example of Narayana Murthy, the great leader of the corporate world. He had a foresight that one day India will require IT, computer technology, and he led the country towards that. So the leaders have foresight. Leaders have human relation skills. Leaders are those people who have followers. There cannot be a leader without a follower. And therefore, when we say that leaders have followers, the leader must have skill to develop relationships so that the followers are there and they increase in number. Leaders take initiative. They are the first to do certain things. They take the initiative. They make people learn. They make people come forward and do certain things. They are very energetic. In our ancient literature, it is said that a king of the kingdom should sleep only for 3 to 4 hours. And rest of the day, rest of the hours, he should serve the people. Lot of energy is required. And so leaders are energetic. You never see, if you have seen the films of Mahatma Gandhi or photographs of Mahatma Gandhi, he never looked tired. And so you will find that energy is another very important attribute of a leader. Leaders are good decision makers. They are decisive persons. They take the decision. Right or wrong, time may prove. And they have the capability of standing by the decision that they have taken. Integrity. Very honest. And whatever work they are doing, and they have the followers, they have the organization. They are very honest to their work, their organization. They have drive. Leaders are having drive. They can take people with them. They can make people work for a particular vision. Leaders are dependable. The followers should develop a feeling that I can depend on this leader. In times of difficulty, the leader will stand by me and leader will support me. Leaders are emotionally stable people. Even in times of crisis, leaders don't lose their heart and they take rational decisions. So they have emotional stability. They have dedication. 100% is being given to whatever is being done. They are fair to their followers. So all the followers are equal. And the leaders never try to give any favoritism to any person. They are very objective people, rational people. Leaders take the things objectively and not individually or individually. Leaders have ambition. Ambition to take their organization at a greater height or take their nation at a greater height. And last but not the least, leaders seek cooperation from everyone. So these are the various characteristics or attributes of leader. And so the title leader is given to those who seem to be able to motivate ordinary people to behave in an extraordinary manner. A leader is a person, and leadership skills are those skills which make the people or which motivate people, ordinary people, and take extraordinary work from them. There are various approaches to leadership theory. The first approach is the trait theory or the trait approach. What is a trait? A trait is a distinguishing quality or characteristic of a person. Try to recollect. The task may be given to the students. Try to recollect. What is the distinguishing quality of Mahatma Gandhi that made him Mahatma? There are hundreds of personality traits. But out of them, there are certain traits in a person which distinguish that person from others. The more of these traits displayed by a leader, the more people will believe and trust in that leader. So a leader will have distinguishing traits which make people believe the person as a leader. The early trait theory very strongly believed, that is in 1920s, believed in physical characteristics. What is the appearance of a person? Whether the person has height or how he looks like or she looks like. Or whether the person has personality characteristics. What are the skills and abilities, that is intelligence of a person? And what are the social factors or social skills of a person? That is how the person can interact with others. How empathetically the person can interact with others. These were the characteristics: physical, personality, skills and ability, and social factors. These were the characteristics which were highlighted by the early trait theory. What are the leadership traits? Honesty. Display sincerity, integrity, and deceptive behavior will not inspire trust. So, honesty of the leader motivates the followers to believe in the leader and trust the leader. Competence. Whether the leader understands the situation precisely and able to make decision without involving or without his emotions being fed into that particular decision. Actions of the leader should be based on moral principles and on reasoning, rational reasoning. The leader must be forward-looking, as is said earlier. Set the goals and a vision for the future. The vision must be owned by the organization. Shivaji Maharaj is considered to be the best leader. He shared the vision of Swarajya with all the people, masses. And he could get followers. Forward looking. So, what is the future and how that future can be accomplished by coming together? That vision the leader shares with the masses or with his followers. Inspiring. The leader must display confidence and take charge whenever necessary. The leader's spiritual stamina, physical stamina and mental stamina should be such that the followers get inspired by the leader. Leader must be intelligent. He must be a good reader. Leader should be able to take challenging assignments, challenging tasks. He should be able to study what is happening around him or her. And understanding of the surrounding environment, the leader must be able to lead the people to achieve the goals which are set for the future. Leader must be fair-minded. All the followers should be treated equally. And the leader should display empathy towards his followers. The leader must be broad-minded. Leader should seek diversity. When I am giving you all these leadership traits, apply these leadership traits to the leader, whoever is in your mind, and try to find out how the leader has displayed all these traits. Courageous. Leader must be courageous. When there is crisis or some difficulty, and when there is a stress, leader must keep calm and the leader must exhibit courage. Leader must be straightforward. Leader must use sound judgment and he must make good decision at the right time. Whatever is his opinion, the leader must be able to speak it out, voice it out. Imaginative, innovative. Leader must try different things which are new. Maybe new thinking. It is not always that something new means create something new. Even new thinking is innovative. And so, new methods of doing the things, new thinking, these are the traits of a leader. And of course, the leaders must be consistent. Inner feelings of the leader should not affect the response. Consistently, he should behave equally and give fair treatment to every follower. So, out of those 15, we can list out crucial traits of a leader. These crucial traits of the leader are honesty, competency, forward-looking, inspiring, intelligence, fair-mindedness, and broad-mindedness. Now, what are the strong versus weak character? Strong characters, strong leaders show energy, drive, determination, self-discipline, willpower and nerve. Weak shows none of this, does not know what he or she wants, disorganized traits and inconsistency. If you look at various leaders across the various organizations or across the globe, you will find that leaders have different styles. And these different styles are autocratic leaders who are authoritarian leaders, who take the charge and who give orders and expect that followers should follow the orders. And for that leader, for this style of leadership, there is no place for opinion of the followers. The authoritarian leader expects the followers only to follow his or her order. Another type of leadership is participative, democratic leadership. The leader will invite opinions from the followers, but the leader will take a decision whatever he or she thinks is good. So democratic setup is there. Followers' opinions are taken, but it is not necessary that the leader will take a decision based on those opinions. Leader may have his or her opinion, and he may say that I have taken your opinion, but this is my decision and you have to follow. But it appears to be democratic leadership. At least the followers have an opportunity to express their views or their opinions. And the third type is free rein, delegative leadership. The leaders will give only a broad guideline that this is how I want the work to be done, and rest is left to the followers. This is in the true sense the leadership which gives and which is concerned about the followers. Bob Kaplan has developed a leadership model, and this leadership model explains the leader's personality. The expansive personality that is being explained in this model is need for mastery. A leader needs to master the situation, the people, and the decision that is being taken. The leader is assertive, active, and persistent. The leader has a very strong belief in himself or herself. Leader is goal-oriented. He has with his followers goal-oriented relationship. So no emotional attachments are there. There is a need for recognition, and there is ability to accept the need for self-development. The leader is very much aware that every individual who is a follower has the need to accept the need for self-development. And the leader provides appropriate environment in which an individual can develop himself or herself. Blake and Mountain therefore has developed what we call as managerial greed, which explains different or 5 types of leaders. If you look at the grid, on the horizontal axis we have concern for task, and on the vertical axis we have concern for people. A leader's major role is to get the work done from the people. So you have 2 parameters. One is the task needs to be completed, and another is that task needs to be completed with the help of the people. So you have the task and you have people. And therefore these two are on these two axes. Now look at the grid, and you will find that there are 5 positions, 5 styles of leaders. These 5 positions are: the first position, extreme left corner. The 5 positions are: the first position is impoverished leader. These are the leaders who have neither concern for people nor they have concern for task. They are just there. They are not bothered whether the task is completed or not, or whether the people are happy or not. These are called as impoverished leaders. They achieve nothing. They lack all those traits of leadership, but because of their some position, because they are designated as a particular manager or a particular position, they are the leader. They are called as impoverished leaders. Another position, if you take extreme right corner, they are the task leaders. These task leaders, they have highest concern for the task and least concern for people. So this kind of a leader would say that I want this task to be done. I am not bothered whether people are comfortable, whether people really are willing to do it or not, whether people are really happy to do it or not, whether people have really all the resources to do that. He is not bothered at all about people. But he tells his followers that I want this task to be completed, come what may. And they are called as task masters or task leaders. Then we have a middle position, pendulum type of leadership. This is a leader who has limited concern for task and limited concern for people. He will manage to keep people happy so that his position is safe, and he will manage that tasks are fairly completed so that there is no complaint. So you balance both, and the leader is called as a pendulum leader. Then you have another position on the top, left top. This leader is called as country club leader. He has highest concern for people. I must be a popular person. People must say good things about me. Nobody should criticize. And so these type of leaders do everything to please their followers, to keep them happy. Whether they perform the task or not, he is not bothered. And this kind of leaders, therefore, are called as country club managers, country club leaders. So these type of leaders, they want popularity among their followers. Nobody should say anything bad about me. And then we come to the 5th position, which is the most ideal position, and every person should aspire to take that particular position. And that position is of a team leader. This kind of a leadership style and this kind of leaders, they have highest concern for people and highest concern for the task. These are the leaders who exhibit all those traits which we have seen earlier by their own example, and by taking all their followers together, they will try to manage the things in such a way that the task is also performed and people are also comfortable. And so this is the leader who is called as a team leader, and every person should aspire to become a team leader. Now, looking at the grid, you can find out around you there are many leaders. Apply this grid to them and you can learn who is the impoverished leader, who is a task leader, who is a country club leader, who is a pendulum leader, and who is a team leader. But as I said, every person should aspire to become a team leader. There is another theory called as situational leadership theory. This is based on the amount of direction and the amount of socio-emotional support a leader must provide given the situation. The leader has to exhibit the level of maturity, mainly in times of difficulty, whether the leader is able to provide leadership to the people, particularly in case of disasters, in case of trouble, whether the leader is able to provide that particular leadership, that is important. So what are the leadership models? Leadership models are participative leaders, expectancy theories, and transformation theory. Today what we need is transformational leaders. Transformational leaders are those leaders who not only preach for the change, but who work tirelessly, take the followers together and work for bringing that change into reality. And therefore the title leader is given to those who seem to be able to motivate ordinary people to behave in an extraordinary manner. And so everyone who aspires to become a leader must aspire to become a transformational leader. A transformational leader who takes ordinary people but gets extraordinary things done from these ordinary people. So, everyone should try to imbibe those characteristics, those traits, which will make a person a transformational leader. That is what today's world, corporate world, and the globe and the people require. Thank you very much. Chances are,